I was in college, working part-time at a local state park to scrape together gas money, and maybe enough for a Friday night pizza, if I got lucky. The job wasn't glamorous. Cleaning restrooms, locking up courts, making sure everything was secure by closing time. But the worst part? The handball guys. These weren't kids, by the way. These were fully grown men, late 30s or 50s, who acted like they owned the court. Every evening, like clockwork, they'd show up with their gear, take over handball courts, and stay long past closing time. We had a posted schedule. Lights out at 9 p.m. sharp. Gates locked by 9:15. They didn't care. And when I say they didn't care, I mean they'd literally laugh in my face when I told them it was time to go. We're in the middle of a game, one of them barked. Then you should have started earlier, I replied. He smirked. Not our problem, bro. I'd report it every night. My supervisors just shrugged. Don't escalate anything, they said. Just wait for them to finish. Wait, I wasn't on salary. No overtime. I was barely making minimum wage. And you expect me to sit around off the clock while a bunch of arrogant men pretend they're in the Olympics? It wore me down. Every shift, the same disrespect, the same entitlement. I felt invisible, powerless, until one night, I cracked. It was 9:05 p.m. I was off the clock, and they were still out there, grunting, slamming balls against the wall, cursing loudly like they were at some kind of underground tournament. I looked at the breaker box. My fingers hovered over the switch. My heart pounded. What if they complained? What if I got in trouble? Then I thought, why am I protecting people who don't give a damn about me? I flipped the switch. The lights cut out. The court went black in an instant. For a glorious second, all I heard was silence, followed by confusion. Yo! What the? Hey! Turn those back on. I didn't. I grabbed my backpack and walked to my car. As I pulled out a lot, I saw two of them hobbling toward the park office. One was limping heavily. I didn't think much of it until the next day. The next afternoon, my supervisor called me in. Did you cut the lights last night while they were still playing? I nodded. Yeah, I was off the clock. I wasn't waiting around anymore. He sighed. Two of the guys claimed they got injured, rolled their ankles. They're threatening to sue the park. You're kidding me. I said they were trespassing, but it didn't matter. I was still technically responsible. I was furious. I wasn't even being paid during that time, and now I was being blamed? I realized something that day. When you follow the rules, bad people exploit it. And when they get consequences, they play victim. So I changed tactics. No more warnings. No more reminders. No more waiting. I followed my schedule exactly. At 9 p.m., I shut down my responsibilities. If they were still out there, I left the gate unlocked and left. If they wanted to stay, fine, but it wouldn't be my problem anymore. Guess what happened? The park hired a new guy to cover nights. Full-time, big dude, former military, tough. He lasted 1 week. 1 week of dealing with these same jerks refusing to leave, insulting him, ignoring park rules. After 7 days, he straight up told management, I'm not working that shift anymore. Either get someone else or shut it down. That finally got their attention. Management brought in public safety. 2 officers were assigned to the park every evening. They didn't just sit around. They cleared the park out by 9:15, no excuses. And the best part? After a few weeks of warning, a few of the worst handball players, the ringleaders, were banned for life from the park. The officers even had to call the police on one guy who tried to sneak back in. He got arrested, tackled in front of his buddies. You think I felt guilty? Hell no. I felt vindicated. All I did was follow the rules. And for that, I got ignored, disrespected, and nearly blamed for injuries caused by grown men who didn't think boundaries applied to them. But in the end, they lost their court. They lost their hangout spot. They lost everything. The moment I heard one of them had been banned and another taken away in cuffs, I couldn't help but smile. The same guys who mocked me, who tried to make me feel powerless, who said, not our problem, bro. Now, they weren't allowed within 100 feet of the park. And the rest? They slinked off like cockroaches when the lights come on. Some people think rules are beneath them until the consequences hit. Then suddenly, they're the victim. I used to think staying quiet and respectful would earn people's consideration. It doesn't. Sometimes, you have to let the system burn them on their own terms. If this story hit you in the gut or made you smile with satisfaction, smash that like button and drop a comment. What would you have done to those guys? Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life revenge stories that prove karma always shows up, even if it takes a flashlight and a pair of handcuffs.